Adcorp Employment Index reported that the biggest gains occurred for the month in temporary work, which added over 17,000 jobs during October. For some quick thoughts on this, Lone Sharp, who's a labour economist at Adcorp, joining us on the line. And of course, the permanent sector there are seeing modest gains for the first time in 15 months, adding 10,901 jobs. And we also see that the informal sector is becoming a very important driver of jobs growth in South Africa, Lone. So what do you bring the themes that we're looking at and the patterns in the labour market down to in these numbers?
For the first time, there's a tremendous divergence between what Stats SA is reporting and what we are observing in our recruitment databases. Stats SA estimates that employment is growing at about 2.8% per annum, or 308,000 jobs in the third quarter of this year, whereas our index shows that employment is actually declining by 3% per annum. I think that our employment figure is much more consistent with what we're observing in the economy generally, certainly as far as the consumer is concerned. This month we had a blockbuster report that's been incredibly well received. We pointed out discrepancies that are really now untenable with Stats SA's data. For example, a report released by the National Credit Regulator today indicates that there are at present 20.1 million unique individuals with active credit accounts. The Treasury released statistics 3 weeks ago that show there are now 15.4 million people with IRP5 paying PAYE. These numbers are completely at odds with the much smaller figure of 10 million people who, according to Stats SA, are employed in the formal sector. So we don't have a handle from the official figures on what's occurring. The best sense that we have is that employment conditions will improve slightly over the next 12 months, but not enough to give consumer spending a boost.
Lone, thank you for that. Lone Sharp, labour economist at Adcorp.